Everything is blue. His pills, his hands, his jeans, and now I'm covered in the colors, pull apart at the seams, and it's blue. And it's blue.
What's up, party people? Coming back to you with a new stream. It's been a minute. I'm back in here. We're gonna jump right into it. So let's go. So last time we left off, we were investigating serial killer. So let's go see what we can discover. I actually looked at a guide up to where I've progressed so far, and I realized I missed so much. But it is what it is, right? Still like to play the game without too many spoilers. Tong's ruined carcass is as disgustingly mangled as it was before. Flies buzz and swarm around the cooling flesh. They're gonna leave the body alone. The walls are covered in splattered and smeared blood, most of which has hardened into a crusty, congealed paste. Thick tracks of it run laterally. It looks like the blood has been deliberately smeared. Deliberately smeared? That's kind of crazy. Hey, the Wyatt Art. I don't know a whole lot about science or all that, but I know what blood looks like when it hits the wall. This isn't natural. Somebody deliberately smeared blood all over these walls. See how it looks like it's got paint trails? That's because somebody used Tong's parts like a brush. So they painted his walls with blood. Why? Do I look like a psychologist to you? Maybe because they're a freak. Maybe they're one of those sick serial killers that sees their murders as art. I got no clue. All I know is what normal blood looks like on a wall, and this ain't it. Some people have a bad grasp of art. I knew this guy in Kwantung who used to make music out of stray radio static and panic button calls. Called it Crisis Wave. It was awful. Crisis Wave.
Lat said, what is this game?
Hey, how's it going, lads? This is Shadowrun Returns Hong Kong. Shadowrun is a cyberpunk game with elements of D&D fantasy. Late 80s tabletop RPG turned into this old school RPG by Harebrained Schemes Studio. By the way, appreciate you dropping in. Hong's desk drawers are open, and the safe that's built into one side has been opened. There's no sign of tampering, and the green light next to the word unlocked is blinking. Whoever opened the safe did it with a key fob. Inside are several blank cred sticks, but no sign of any with money on them. Whompoan elder with no money in his safe? My ass. Somebody cleaned him out, probably grabbed the key fob out of his pocket. Simpsons editor. This is a Yamaha 95,000. Or should I say Q5 model V SimSynth, a device for mixing and mastering SimSynth chips. Several drive bays are empty and all of the chip jacks are empty. The screen is flashing a repeated error message. Warning, requested files cannot be found. Please return drives to bay and try again. Alright, we're gonna have Isabel debug the SimSynth. Isabel rattles out some commands on the SimSynth's keyboard, stepping away after a few seconds with a look of satisfaction on her face. There! I put the drive warning on suspend. It's in diagnostic mode only, though maybe we'll learn something, maybe not. Computer. Yamaha Sim OS 5.23. System diagnostics check. Memory. Okay. Drive. Error. Assist bus. Okay. Beginning core dump. Please wait. The long debug spew that scrolls along the synth screen is filled with numbers indicating recent files, play links, keyframes, and assist peak levels. Based on the numbers you're seeing, Tong SimSynth has been hacked to remove the peak controller levels from the chips he's been burning. The required operation to make BTL chips, BTL better than life, synthetic simulation. The delta wave outputs for these chips push them dangerously into brain burning territory. Those unfamiliar with Shadowrun, BTL chips are basically addictive alternate reality or virtual reality simulations that you plug right into your brain. The file catalog for the high peak BTLs indicates all the files and burned chips should be stored on the missing drives and whatever was in the empty chip jacks. Somebody's cleaned out Tong's BTL stash. Another thing about BTLs is they're addictive, allowing you to live in someone else's personality or experience. Tong's bathroom is immaculate, and the drains are tiny. Whatever killed him didn't exit through here. Just double check everything one more time. Nothing else we can really check, so let's keep it moving. Let's talk to this porter over here. Hey there, I need something else. What do you do around here, porter? Be right back. I'm gonna go grab something to drink. Kinda thirsty. It's a catch-all category, I guess. I work for Elder. It's a bit like being a deputy. I make sure people don't break the rules, protect people who need protecting. Mostly I do whatever Ip asks me to. It's a pretty quiet job most days. Today's not one of those days. I also handle a lot of maintenance. I don't actually do the repairs, but I've got most of the keys. It makes it easy to ensure only authorized people get into sensitive places. Electricity down, I let the electrician who fixes wiring. Toilets clogged, I let in the drone guy who opens it back up. It looks like somebody's went through tungsten. Has anyone been inside? Not since I've been here, but before Ip found him. Could have been anybody really. Ip had a key to his place, but the lock's total crap. Anybody half decent at cracking mag locks could have gotten inside. What's missing? His BTL hard drives and cred sticks are all missing. Sounds like the killer looted the place to me. All this talk of monsters, yeah, sure, there are scary things that go bump in the night. But most of the scary bumps I hear are from handguns and gangsters. See you later. Looks like this guy Ip is kind of suspect. Doubt I'm gonna get any newer information from the body. Let's go talk to this guy over here, Zippy. This orc is busily snacking on a steamed bun. As you approach, he wipes off one of his hands and sticks it out toward you. Hey, stranger, nice to see you. Zippy toe tag at your service. How are you liking Whompoan Garden? You're awfully friendly. You don't even know me. Nice to meet you too. Listen, I know it's a little forward of me just to say hello and whatnot, but I'm interested in giving you a hand if I can. Zippy gestures expansively at the squalid neon-lit streets of Whompoan Garden. This is my home, at least for the time being. I'd like to stop these killings. We've never met before, but I know exactly who you are. You're my replacement. The elders had me autopsy what was left of Elder Gon and Elder Nakamura after they got ripped apart, but I didn't want to dig any deeper. That's kind of sad. So since I don't know you and I can smell a shadow running a mile away, you've got to be the outsider they asked to stop killings, right? Zippy tilts his head back, obviously pleased at his amateur deduction. Nothing gets by you, does it? See, I have good eyes. A lot of good eyes, actually. If you're in the market for replacements, only slightly used, and they only come from... there goes my mouse clicking by itself again. I think my PC is actually possessed. But anyway, that's another story for another day. With jokes like that, are you kidding me? I have no idea what he was discussing, but anyway. I'm one of the only trained surgeons around here. I keep the other Whompoans healthy. Gotta practice down the road. Blind Chin's a pretty good cyber doc, but he's basically an implant specialist, and that's it. How do you end up here? I did my residency. There it goes again. That's the cheap truth. I have to charge to cover my costs and eat. But it's damn near free service. There's always a waiting list, but it's good, honest work. I like helping my neighbors. In the community, we all look out for each other. Somebody messes with one of us, they mess with all of us. Let me go back to my drink. I'm still thirsty. How many places have an ethos like us? Not the damn core, that's for sure. I've lived a lot of places, done my fair share of shadow running, but this place is special. It's been a long time since I really felt like anywhere was a real home. For the most part, other than these killings, we don't have much by way of problems. We do information security for the triads. And that makes us fairly impervious to anyone who wants to start trouble. Anyone starts something, we hit them in the matrix. While our triad friends hit them in meat space. Some small-time gangs have tried pushing in here before, but they backed off when they figured out they weren't just picking a fight with Tong and his guys, but with both the Red Dragon and Yellow Lotus, they got the message real quick, what was left of them anyway. Let me ask you about Whompoan Garden. Sure thing, what do you want to know? What are your thoughts on the murders? There's a sharp intake of breath as Zippy shakes his head. Pretty gruesome business. Gon died from a broken neck. Looked like someone had wrenched it around. And his arms and legs were cut off. Some skin flayed away too. Nakamura had his throat ripped out by someone with pretty sharp teeth. At first I thought it was a devil rat, but the teeth marks were all from something with a humanoid jaw. I didn't look at Yatunde. From what I saw at a distance, it was the same story. It didn't seem much point since I didn't... Sorry, my eyes are so freaking bad. I didn't look at Yatunde. From what I saw at a distance, it was the same story. It didn't seem much point since I had seen it twice already. As for Tong, from what Porter told me, it was Gon and Nakamura all over again. You take a look at him yet? Yeah, it was the same as you described for the others. Zippy shakes his head sadly. Damn, I like Tong. The BTL business is unsavory. But the man had to eat, and his regular Sims were great. Generally, all around nice guy. Friendly with everyone. Never had anyone mad at him. There ain't no justice, let me tell you. What can you tell me about the elders? Well, they're an eccentric bunch, that's for sure. Where to start? Be right back. Gotta be right back.
Legion of Films.
Everything is blue, his pills, his hands, his jeans, and now I'm covered in the colors, pull apart at the seams, and it's blue, and it's
Where to start?
blue.
Ing's the spiritual leader here. She's the voice of the Whompoans, I guess. A lot of her close friends are really more followers since she's something of a priest for the machine spirits. Maybe it's a cultural thing for people who grew up here. But it's never called to me. She still makes a damn fine pot of tea though. Ip's the muscle and has an encyclopedic knowledge of cyber and Bioware. Definitely a good guy to have watching your back. Not too friendly, but you know how it is. You get a lot of cyber people. You get a lot of cyber. People start wondering if you'll tear their arms off. So this guy, Ip, has a lot of cyberware. People are suspicious of him. I'm suspicious of him because it seems like he was the last guy who went into Tong's apartment. But anyway, let's see. Zippy makes a chopping gesture with one hand. He's got moves straight out of Blood Carnival 3. The Reckoning. Terrible movie, but great fight choreography. What about Tong? I don't know much about him, but I think he's got some kind of fetish for automation. Found him cooing over some trids of automated delivery drones in a warehouse once. He works with drones. Has a shop called the Blessed Autofab. He was raving about the efficiency of movement patterns or something. That's cool because I'm a rigger. My character is a rigger. You already know about Tong. Ran Sims, BTLs, skill chips. Gon used to be a city planner before he had a nervous breakdown and got involved in statistical analysis. Zippy pauses to collect his thoughts. Nakamura came from Fukuoka and was interested in entertainment, trade mostly, spent a lot of time analyzing subliminals in ads. Then there was Magpie. She was the chief decker, hot as hell against IC, and built her own hardware. Salty old woman though, never met anyone who was quite as shrill or nasty when she was mad. She was mad most of the time. Tell me more about her. Not much to tell, really. Zippy shrugs non-committedly. Maybe a month ago, she just up and disappeared. I went to her shop one day and she just wasn't open. Nobody's seen her since. No idea. One day she was here, the next poof. At first I thought she was on vacation. She had mentioned wanting to see the kingdom of Hawaii someday, but it didn't feel right. Someone have at least told me she was leaving. She would have at least told me she was leaving. It seems mightily suspicious to me. Nobody else seems to care about what happened to her, probably because he's pissed them off real bad. Is there any place you think I should start looking? A little odd for her to just disappear, don't you think? Of course it's odd. She owed me a lunch too. And she was the sort who paid her debts promptly. right, we're back in the building. Still got my drink. Sipping on this sake, trying to quench my thirst when I'm thirsty. You know how it is. I got a voice command, but it's not working, which is drink. But thirsty works, right? I'm still thirsty. But it doesn't seem that we're working. But anyway, let's keep going. We'll talk about being thirsty later. Of course, it's odd. Show me. Yeah. You might want to check out our shop. It's all locked up, but the other elders have a spare key. Couldn't hurt to look around. Even though Magpie was always butting heads with other elders, they wouldn't have any reason to not let you in. All right. So we're going to check out her shop. What do you mean they were butting heads? Magpie and the others never saw eye to eye. She was contrary to, for the sake of it. Most of the rest had a grand vision of what they wanted this neighborhood to become. Magpie just wanted to deck. She was only an elder because they needed someone with matrix chops. The last big argument was between her, Ing, Ip, and Nakamura. It was over something relatively trivial. I think Nakamura wanted to expand the pirate trade business into the Matrix, and she just absolutely refused. All right, let me reread that. The last big argument was between her, Ing, and Ip, and Nakamura. So Ing, Ip, and Nakamura had some stuff going on. It was over something relatively trivial. I think Nakamura wanted to expand the pirate trade business into the Matrix. All right, that's not a big deal, right? She refused. All right, why did she refuse? She said something about not using up valuable bandwidth for trivial entertainment bullshit. Anyway, it went from there into this rant about how she wasn't going to let Tong expand his drone business any further because it would get too much megacorp attention. They accused her of blocking them. Just, come on, computer. Everybody needs her matrix skills for their business to run properly. There are other deckers, me, Say, or Mo, Janebi, but she had the infrastructure. Their project didn't interest her. She wouldn't even give them the time of day. Sounds like she was critical. Yes and no, she was, but since she disappeared, Elder Ib's taken over running the Matrix infrastructure. He's not as good at it as she was, but this experience with drones makes him the best candidate. They went in. Come on, what kind of blade was it? A knife, a sword, maybe an axe? I don't know, but he was attacked at the back of the neck. Sorry, for some reason, my computer, when I play games, the keyboard and mouse actually inputs commands without me doing anything. I've tried to fix it in the past, but there's really nothing I can do it. So I come to the conclusion that my PC is probably possessed. I don't like it at all. Zippy shivers, looking warily around. This whole affair has got me on the edge. People dying is nothing new. With the flayed skin, After a moment, Zippy composes himself and looks back at you. Sounds possible that whoever's been killing the elders is trying to muddy the waters with all the blood and gore business. This is the crime of an intelligent, careful killer. Be careful. This investigation might take you somewhere very unpleasant. See you later, Zippy. Get the key to Magpie's shop. That's my next mission. Try to get the key to Magpie's shop. Where would that be? I kind of want to upgrade my own drones, since I'm a rigger and all that. Oh, here's somebody. Keita. This dumpy looking man is busily hawking a variety of grilled spherical treats of various sizes. Some are sold individually, some are screwed on sticks, and some are packed in sets of 4 or 6. A sign on the front of the cart reads, Keita's 1 yen yatai. A cacophony of small trid screens are attached to the cart, each playing a different trid show. So this guy's running a yatai. Yatai in English it just means food stall. Interest you in some dango, takoyaki, maybe a nice nikuman. That's a pork bun with Japanese twists. Any kind of tasty Japanese treat you can imagine, I've got it. Maybe some curry fish balls are your speed. Keita definitely pulls one of the dango sticks out of the cart and drops it on to the grill. A small robotic arm slides out from the cart and begins turning the stick until the balls of rice flour are a toasted brown color. Lifting them from the grill, Keita dips the entire stick into a tub of sticky brown sauce before handing it to you. The snack has both a sweet and salty flavor, reminiscent of sesame seeds and soy. The balls inside are pleasantly warm and surprisingly chewy, a bit like eating raw dough but without the attendant chalky taste. So, shoyu, sato, and the rice balls are mochi. I myself am a fan of Sanshoku Dango, so there's that. Keita leans back, studying you intently. The trade projections from his cart cause his face to be lit in a constantly shifting array of rainbow hues. So what brings you to Whompoan Garden, my friend? Somehow, I doubt it's just the street food. I'm looking into the... Come on, I was looking into the killings. I can respect... come on, my game! That is so annoying. My cat is surprised at me getting angry. Keita beams and gestures excited like them. You like them? I love trade operas. Chinese, Korean, Japanese, Indonesian, it doesn't matter. This way I can watch all of my favorite shows without missing a beat. And I can work at the same time. Pirated trade is my other business. I rip the streams in the Matrix, tap right into corporate feeds, and resell them on chip out here. Keita's face falls a bit and his enthusiasm wanes. I wish I could pay the bills, but my food cart's a lot better at that. Don't know why, but most of the other Whompoans seem to like Sims over trades. They don't know what they're missing though. One episode of 1,000 Cranes of Autumn and they'd be hooked for life. I'm just at the part where Orin has confessed her love to Takayama, but he's got to get his mech suit out of the front lines on Mars so he can be with her. Downright heartbreaking, I tell you. That sounds like an interesting show, alright. Eyes twinkling, Keita leans forward in breathless excitement. Oh, you have no idea. 312 episodes chronicling a noble mech pilot and the tumultuous love affair he has with the space station governor's daughter. The pathos, the majesty, the battle of Lagrange on spans 5 episodes just by itself. For some reason, I guess it didn't resonate with the wider public. I don't know why. Who doesn't want to see a treat show about giant flying robots, love, betrayal, and spies? I've got to stop myself before I get carried away. Was there something else you needed? What else can you tell me about the people here? We're tech heads, deckers, riggers, trid pirates, and everything in between. If I had to define this place, I'd say it's Asia's mecca for people like us. As for the elders, I can give you the basics. I'm a small fry, so we're not exactly on social terms. Being some kind of crazy tech witch, she summons up spirits and casts spells and works as the spiritual center of the tribe. She's a lot craftier than seems too. There goes my computer choosing for me again. No, I don't think so. She's just really good with people. Ip's a killer addicted to cybernetic implants. He always has to have the newest and freshest gear. The funny thing is, I've never seen him fight. I kind of get the impression he's a coward. He'd rather let one of his buddies handle a problem than do it himself. Like I said, boring. All I know about Tong is that he loves drones and does a little decking. Frankly, I find him kind of boring. All he talks about is his neural networks, dark knowledge, and the evolution of machine learning. Like I said, boring. Got any thoughts on the murders? Yeah, ignore them. Kate shrugs indifferently. Saw the crowd down at Tong's Sensory Carnival earlier tonight. I didn't know the guy very well. I'm a Triad fan. I'm a Treat fan. He liked The Sims. Not a lot of crossover between us. She said you better find someplace indoors to sleep. The streets are dangerous lately. But you know what? I'm going to end this stream here and I'm going to go, because I'm still on vacation. I want to enjoy every minute of it. I'm going to end this stream here and play something else, Monster Hunter. But I'm going to stream it, so I hope you all check in. I'm gonna catch you all guys. I'm gonna catch you all later. And if you like Monster Hunter Wilds, check me out. Till then, peace.